Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So it is Friday today, Friday, April the 28th. It's actually my friend's birthday. Gotta wish her a happy birthday. Remind me to do that in the comments section. And the week has unfolded in a tumultuous roller coaster. We started off Monday down and around here, 27,000 for Bitcoin. And then, wow, by Tuesday, Wednesday, we reached a high of over $30,000, guys. And then the price of Bitcoin plummeted right back down to $27,200. And now we're making our way back up. Over the last day or so, we did make our way back up to 29,800 right up here. And then yesterday afternoon, we did see a sell-off, a bit of a sell-off. Now we're kind of just basing in and around this area here where we saw the trend just kind of stop back on Wednesday. This bullish pennant pattern as now has become the joke. Always noticing these bullish pennant patterns on the chart. So this is now, I guess, micro old resistance forming new support, hopefully, and continuing to move up, hopefully, in the next coming days. But you know what? This all happened, guys, within a week. So very, very tumultuous ride for Bitcoin. I mean, it has been reflected in other cryptocurrencies, maybe not as dramatically. This is XRP here on the 1 hour. And XRP right now trading at about 47 cents, just over 47 cents. Overnight, we did reach a high of about 48.3, give or take. So, by and large, still just kind of trending in the high 40s as of this moment. It's going to take some time to get up past this level here, which would be roughly 55. As you guys can see, we did wick past that level. We did reach 58.5 cents back on March the 29th. But guys, this level, whether it's 58, 55, it kind of doesn't really matter. So long as we're up above this level here and we can stay up above this level, that is kind of the next step for XRP. The next challenge in terms of technical analysis. So, it's going to be dependent on Bitcoin as it usually is. I mean, in terms of the Bitcoin chart, on the daily, we're still seeing the daily trend looking fairly robust. So we're still forming these higher lows here, which is positive. We're still forming higher highs. So again, moving to the upside, this is exactly what we want to be seeing. And we are indeed seeing that. So just got to be patient and preoccupy ourselves with other things. And for some of you guys, you might want to immerse yourself in the legal issues surrounding cryptocurrency, not just XRP, but, even Coinbase has now been scrutinized by the SEC. They just came out yesterday with a statement. And so Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed posting this. Are we still standing with Coinbase? They don't give an F about us. Why should we give an F about them? I don't know about this whole stand together narrative. F Coinbase and F Brian Armstrong. So he's bringing up this statement from 2020. Let's not forget where they were coming from back then. And, I'm going to get to the statement that they put out just yesterday. But here they said, please revise this risk factor and clarify that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only digital assets as to which senior officials at the SEC have publicly expressed such a view. All right, stating that, they want it in writing. They want basically clarity that Bitcoin and Ethereum are good to go, are good to trade. Meanwhile, just yesterday, we got the Cardano Times posting this breaking news with regards to Coinbase's legal chief officer, Paul Grewal. He stated in a response to the SEC's Wells notice that the company is confident that the centralized exchange does not sell any securities on the platform. And what does this include? This includes Ethereum, Cardano, and so many others. This is a bold statement from Grewal as the SEC cracks down on unleashing their legislatively dubious regulatory authority over cryptocurrency-based companies such as Coinbase due to the agency's assertion that a majority of cryptocurrencies are indeed securities. Grewal stated that their robust process based on SEC guidance, Coinbase rejects over 90% of these assets. The exchange reviews under the premise that a majority of rejected cryptocurrencies could be classified as securities. So this is the statement that they put out. I don't actually have the official statement up here, but I'm sure if you go to Paul Grewal's Twitter account, you'll see the statement there. I just wanted to touch on this, though. I didn't want to necessarily go into depth on the details of what they were saying, but I did want to point out these discrepancies, okay? Coinbase rejects over 90% of the assets the exchange reviews under the premise that a majority of rejected cryptocurrencies could be classified as securities. Bill Morgan also picking up on this, and that assertion or any assertion about its listing criteria is undermined by its own conduct in listing. So in essence, they are contradicting themselves. then delisting and not relisting XRP. If Coinbase's listing criteria is so good, no securities are listed, what happened with XRP? If you guys remember, Coinbase did in fact list XRP at a point in time. It got the XRP community very excited because we were waiting. It was the most popular cryptocurrency exchange in the US. And so, being able to trade XRP on Coinbase was a big deal. And then as soon as, the lawsuit was announced, the very next month, Coinbase decided, no, we're getting rid of it. And that is that. Bill goes on to say, you don't reckon the SEC will use that against Coinbase? If Coinbase says it was a mistake, how does it say it has not made other mistakes about other cryptos it's listed, such as Algorand or Dash, which the SEC has also alleged are securities? Caught in a corner. Or at least it looks as if that could be the case. If Coinbase insists XRP is not a security and it was not a mistake to list it, then it is exposed to an assertion of inconsistency as to delisting XRP. It is an inconvenient problem and one of Coinbase's own making. So in other words, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot suck and blow at the same time. Sukomona down here saying Coinbase, the SEC is so confusing. Also Coinbase, we want to confuse our customers too. That's basically the essence of it, right? There's no clarity here. And what they're saying is, if they are saying we do have this rigorous process, well then what does that mean for XRP? XRP also would have had to have gone through that same rigorous process. Sure enough, here's where we stand. So wanted to thank Wheezy, wanted to thank Bill. Of course, the saga continues. We also have another SEC lawsuit, which is a little bit more of a frivolous one. DJ Peter Vass bringing this to our attention with regards to California federal judge commenting on XRP security status. Now, this has to do with the Vechain case, and the judge in that case, Phyllis J. Hamilton, is considering whether to certify the classes of selected investors who accuse Ripple of engaging in unregistered securities offerings. Per the judge, the Ninth Circuit has not clarified whether courts can certify classes of investors who are at loggerheads over whether specific cryptocurrencies constitute unregistered securities. So the judge in this particular case is still kind of confused about this, not making any solid decisions yet. Here's a quote. All of us looked just as confused at the end of the panel as when it began. So they apparently took a panel conference. They went to a panel conference and tried to get educated on this. However, Judge Hamilton does believe that whether cryptocurrencies constitute securities depends on what prompted the investor's decision to purchase the asset in the first place. It bears mentioning that Judge Hamilton commented during yesterday's hearing on a motion to certify a class of all XRP holders who purchased, sold, and held the sixth largest cryptocurrency at a loss. So if you guys have been following, Vechain is alleging that he lost money over something like a $500 position of XRP. I think it seems pretty frivolous to a lot of people. There's some more details in this, but ultimately, they are still not willing to make a judgment on this. Even John Deaton did come out and say how frustrated he was on this Zoom meeting. I've never been so frustrated in my legal career watching this Zoom hearing, said John Deaton. Deaton seems frustrated because the defense counsel did not understand XRP and he could not speak to address the questions and issues raised by Judge Hamilton. So, sounds like a bit of a crap show over there. I mean, these people not even, really kind of understanding the depths and the intricacies of XRP, and I mean, I guess cryptocurrencies even as a whole. Anyway, don't know if this is going to play too much into the current case, the bigger case, not the Coinbase case, even though I did just bring up this tab. I mean, the XRP case with the SEC. One of the things that I think, some people in the XRP community have been noticing is how is XLM not being treated the same way as XRP? I mean, the Stellar XLM project even gobbled up the MoneyGram partnership that eventually dissolved because, some are presuming because of the Ripple SEC case. Anyway, here is some partner news with regards to that particular partnership, Stellar and MoneyGram. They've just launched new cross-border payment partnership in the country of Chile. Stellar partner MoneyGram International has launched the MoneyGram Online, or the MGO service in Chile, according to a press release today. So guys, they are going to be using the Stellar blockchain after our recent successful launch in Brazil. We are especially excited about our strong momentum in Chile. This coming from the CEO of MoneyGram, Alexander Holmes. It is noteworthy that over the past 25 years, MoneyGram has offered diverse ways for Chileans to send money worldwide. Chile is one of the largest remittance corridors in South America, and now they're going to be running on the Stellar blockchain. So could have been a Ripple partnership. I feel like, in a lot of these cases when we hear about the Stellar partnership and MoneyGram, a lot of us just think, yeah, that could have been a Ripple partnership, had the cards been dealt in a different way, which I think just brings us back to the question, why is XLM getting off so easily? Things that make you go, Anyway, nevertheless, it is still great to see these partnerships expand. All boats will rise with more crypto adoption, so wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Also, this guy, some Vechain news. This one posted by the Cryptic Poet. Vechain is the greenest blockchain for a clean and healthy planet with billions of people and companies all around the world. So just touting how they are reducing carbon emissions. One of those key items that have been monitored very, very closely by the industry, moving away from the proof of work and moving on to more environmentally friendly blockchains. In a video I did the other day, the brand new latest WEF report that came out, did suggest that, climate-friendly blockchains are definitely going to be the future. And they did outline the XRPL, the Algorand blockchain, and the HBAR blockchain specifically. If you guys didn't catch that video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. But those aren't the only ones. Those aren't the only blockchains that are going to be acceptable for this new change. Vechain also stating here, the ecosystem accounted for more than 4,459.14 kilograms in carbon emissions and a total of 1,789.58 kilograms year to date. The financial implications of the Vechain carbon emissions have been estimated at about 143, I'm wondering if that's $1 million year to date, after amounting to about 357 last year. So they are working to reduce their numbers, and clearly they are getting them down quite a bit. I believe it was listed here that it's down, 60%? I think it said 60% originally here. Yeah, Cryptic Poet here posting that figure, 60% year to date. As with blockchains with the two token ecosystems, VET and VTHO, VET had a market cap of approximately 1.65 billion on Wednesday, and VTHO was valued at about 85 million. Its future growth prospects are expected to increase exponentially due to institutional adoption. According to the Vechain official website, the ecosystem takes pride in more than 2 million active wallets. Since its inception, the Vechain blockchain has facilitated more than 45 million transactions, with each consuming about 0.000216 kilowatt hours. So again, working towards an environmentally friendly solution, and Vechain has reduced their carbon emissions year to date by 60%. So great news there for another environmentally friendly project, namely Vechain. Matthew LANY also posting this with regards to Ripple partner Temenos. Now, they've just integrated with a DLT-based CBDC tech stack. As we know, Temenos is a Ripple partner, and they have been preparing for the digital currency future, integrating with two DLT-based CBDC technology stacks as central banks around the world inch towards the creation of their own digital currencies. Commercial banks are also having to prepare for their roles as distributors of central bank digital currencies, handling customer KYC, wallet opening, and providing on and off ramps to deposit accounts. So we got to remember, right, the central bank digital currency, once this initiative becomes more popularized, I mean, it's starting in smaller countries now. We heard about Nigeria getting their own CBDC. We also know that Ripple is actively working with small island nations. I mean, Palau is the first one that comes to mind. Montenegro is one of the more recent ones. But these central bank digital currencies, they're going to be issued by the central banks, but then how are they going to be disseminated? Through other banks. I mean, not every citizen is going to deal with the central bank directly, right? So Temenos, where they fit in, they are the back-end technology providers for these bank integrations. And again, they are a Ripple partner. So this is where they fit in. Temenos has moved to prove the readiness to help banks, ensuring integration on its platforms with multiple DLT-based technology stacks, okay? The XRPL obviously being one of those. Successfully executing end-to-end retail CBDC use cases for commercial bank touchpoints. This includes central bank tokens issuance to commercial bank wallets, customer non-custodial wallet creation, CBDC conversion through orchestration of deposit account updates with on-chain transactions, and providing wallet access points for user-to-user transfers on-chain. And just down here, we got a quote from one of Temenos' product strategists. By actively innovating and driving commercial bank use cases across multiple different technology stacks, Temenos has proven how its open and flexible banking platform can readily adapt to the digital currency future. Well, I mean, it does not hurt that they have been integrated with one of the very first interoperable blockchains that was ever created, the XRPL. So we can see again how this really does fit in with Temenos, a Ripple partner, integrating the regional banks so that they can, basically disseminate central bank digital currencies from the federal level, from that central bank level, down to the final user, retail, once these projects come to fruition. So, this is just kind of a moving, very organic, ever-flowing kind of project here that, we're still kind of waiting to see how everything shapes up. And I think we're looking at other countries now before this kind of thing comes to the United States in full effect. I don't know if you guys know somebody who lives in a country where central bank digital currencies are already utilized, or if you yourself are maybe in a country where central bank digital currencies are already being provided. Put it down in the comment section. I'm more interested in knowing how they have been disseminated, how they're going to actually be given to the end user. Do you go to your bank and you say, give me some central bank digital currencies, or do you have to go online and do it, or, scan an address, or how does that work? I'd be really interested to know. Anyway, wanted to thank Matt for posting that. And so Temenos, guys, just one company, one prong to the digitalization of banks running on DLT technology. Well, I also happen to see this from ISO 20022. Let's do it from April 2023. So a brand new article mentioning Ripple tying blockchain into a global standards like ISO 20022. So this just came out yesterday, the 7 pillars of a global central bank digital currency system. And down here, they talk about Ripple actually quite a bit. They talk about FedNow, the working paper. There are some theories here with regards to the World Economic Forum as well. It's more of an opinion paper. However, they do mention blockchain and a global ledger, and how Ripple is ISO compliant, how they were one of the first ones who was ISO compliant. While many crypto enthusiasts note that cryptocurrencies are made to be decentralized, the progress global central banks are making on this front may be too enticing to ignore. So they say, to become ISO 20022 compliant, in fact, you would need a team of experts putting in concerted effort to make a novel technology like a blockchain tie-in with this global standard. This is the kind of work undertaken by the International Association of Trusted Blockchain Applications. They mentioned Cardano and Ripple, how they fall under that banner, and how Ripple eventually did become ISO 20022 compliant. One of the key points of Ripple's blockchain is on-demand liquidity. As we know, they provide a token whereby they can achieve nearly instant settlements using their token as a middleman between transactions. This is not just a crypto bridge, it is a framework for global interoperability, the third pillar of central bank digital currencies. So interoperability, obviously a big part of this. The CBDC system is often touted as providing on-demand liquidity for real-time payments globally, and Ripple is the one to watch as this new global system rolls out. Then they go on into their partnership with Montenegro. But anyway, interesting to note that they are specifically, this is an article talking about a lot of things, but specifically isolating Ripple and talking about how their role in central bank digital currencies is really going to be very, very influential. And again, we just got to sit back and see how this is going to add value to the XRP token, specifically, but also to the whole ecosystem. I feel like, it is a big push for crypto. I think really what's really going to get these prices up, guys, is the confidence level that institutions are going to have in these partnerships and in these projects. And this might be a bit of a controversial opinion. The utility is one thing, and that is obviously going to drive demand for certain cryptocurrencies like XRP. But I think once, everything is said and done, institutional money waiting on the sidelines, turning that $2 trillion market cap into a $200 trillion market cap, guys, that's where we're going to see the money. If XRP goes up 100x, just for the sake of arguments, just to make the math easy, well, I think you can see where this market could be going. And, the other thing that we have to remember is that 99% of these cryptocurrencies are pretty much garbage. So, money's going to be sucked out of the crap projects. And, the SEC is going to play a big role in this. So, we all wish that they had been, looking at the cryptocurrencies that were clear scams, but they know they have to go after bigger fish in order to kind of cover, more of an umbrella, right? If you take out a big guy who structured their company in a certain way and, 5,000 other smaller companies structured it the same way, well, you kind of take out 5,000 birds with one stone, right? Anyway, I'm getting off topic here, but wanted to thank ISO 20022 just for letting us in on this brand new article tying Ripple to blockchain, the ISO 20022 initiative, and central bank digital currencies. And Digital Asset Buy here posting this, the smoking gun, no due process. We have a government that now ignores the law and then forces you to spend the money to fight them in court to prove they ignored the law with taxpayer money. If this isn't tyranny, I don't know what is, guys. This is Caitlin Long. Listen to what she has to say here.
One of the other reasons why we knew from the get-go, and I didn't share it at the time, but we did end up revealing it, was that one of the reporters put it in email. Okay, so when I say we had the receipts, your colleagues were asking, what did you have? We have it in email from the reporter. And the reporter actually said, I've been told that all of the crypto applicants at the Fed and the OCC have been asked simultaneously to withdraw their applications. There's the smoking gun right there, okay? Because how would that have otherwise happened? We are all applicants with due process protections under the law, as you know, Dean Evans. And these applications are supposed to stand on their own. But a reporter in writing told us that we were all three simultaneously asked to withdraw. And then we subsequently learned that it was true. We were just the first, and it was confusing at the time, but now that all of us have been talking, and now it's crystal clear what has happened.
Yeah. So to give you guys a bit of context, and I know this sounds confusing if you don't really know where Caitlin Long is coming from, Michelle Nightingale here posting this. Caitlin Long's Custodia Bank, a crypto bank, applied for a master account at the Federal Reserve. They had zero response to their application for many months, approximately 2 years, I think, until they finally sued, and then it was denied. And so Caitlin Long was the founder of Custodia Bank. We've seen clips of Caitlin in the past. Former Goldman Sachs employee, had been working with Ripple several years ago, but this is more to choke point 2.0, okay, this operation that's really trying to crush cryptocurrency adoption in the United States. So these guys really aren't being too forthcoming, are they? I'm sure Coinbase has the ear of the SEC, but in what regard, in what capacity? Or were they thrown under the bus? Is the SEC taking no prisoners now? We definitely are in an interesting situation. Lucky for us, though, Ripple and XRP utility has been promoted worldwide. Brad Garlinghouse has gone on the record saying, we are expanding exponentially throughout the world. That said, though, the US is a very important market. Hopefully we'll get some kind of clarity soon. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.